Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the strange, surreal, and mind-boggling world of North Korea, a country where reality often defies logic. From laws that make absolutely no sense to everyday practices that leave outsiders scratching their heads, here are the weirdest facts about North Korea that you won't believe exist anywhere else. Let's start with one of the most disturbing and unique aspects of North Korea's legal system: the 3 generations of punishment rule. In most countries, if you commit a crime, you do the time. Simple enough, right? Not in North Korea. Here, if you break the law, the punishment doesn't just stop with you. Your entire family, your parents, children, and even your grandchildren can be sentenced to life in prison even if they had nothing to do with the crime. The idea behind this is that punishing the whole family supposedly keeps them from rebelling or holding grudges. Now, imagine being locked up just because your grandfather got on the wrong side of the regime decades ago. It sounds like something from a dystopian novel, but it's a grim reality for many North Koreans. While the rest of the world is living in 2024, North Korea is in Juche, year 113. Yep, you heard that right. North Korea doesn't follow the Gregorian calendar like most of the world. Instead, they go by the Juche calendar, which starts in 1912, the year of Kim Il-sung's birth, the country's founding father. In North Korea, 1912 is year 1, and everything revolves around the leaders. So, while the rest of the planet is worrying about the future in the 2020s, North Korea is stuck in the past, literally. The sense of isolation from the modern world is almost too real here. Personal expression through hairstyles? Not in North Korea. There's a list of state-approved haircuts for both men and women, and stepping outside that list could get you in serious trouble. For men, there are only 10 approved styles, and for women, 18 options. Want to dye your hair or go for a trendy look? Forget it. The government claims these rules help people resist the influence of capitalist culture. But can you imagine being told by the government how to style your hair? In North Korea, even the smallest choices are controlled. The eternal leaders are always in charge, even after death. Now, this is where things get truly bizarre. Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea, died in 1994, and yet he's still the country's eternal president. That's right. North Korea is technically the only country in the world where a dead man is its head of state. His son, Kim Jong-il, is also considered an eternal leader, even though he passed away in 2011. This strange reverence for their leaders, even in death, means that Kim Jong-un, the current leader, is never officially the president. His granddad still holds that title. It's as if time stood still at the whims of a dynasty. Blue jeans are banned. While most of the world enjoys the comfort and fashion of denim, North Korea has completely banned blue jeans. Why? Because the color blue is seen as a symbol of American imperialism. Wearing blue jeans is considered unpatriotic and could lead to punishment. Black jeans, however, are allowed. So, if you're ever planning a trip to North Korea, not recommended for obvious reasons, leave your blue Levi's at home. You can't make international calls. In North Korea, making an international phone call is a serious crime. If caught, you could face imprisonment or even execution. The government tightly controls all communications and doesn't allow citizens to have unmonitored contact with the outside world. Most North Koreans have no idea what's going on in other countries because they're completely cut off. It's unimaginable for most of us living in a hyper-connected world to not have access to the internet, let alone make a simple phone call abroad. Now, this is one of those fun yet baffling claims. While McDonald's may be a symbol of American fast food, North Korea insists that Kim Jong-il, the former leader, invented the hamburger. They even renamed it the double bread with meat. According to state media, this was one of Kim Jong-il's many genius inventions. Forget Thomas Edison or Steve Jobs. In North Korea, all great inventions apparently come from the Kim family. Citizens are classified by loyalty in a caste system. North Korea operates under a caste system known as Songbun, which ranks citizens based on their loyalty to the regime. Your Songbun determines where you live. what job you can have, your access to education, and much more. There are three main categories: loyal, wavering, and hostile. If your ancestors were loyal to the state, you're in good standing. But if someone in your family tree was perceived as disloyal, you might be doomed to a life of poverty and hardship. It's a social control mechanism that decides your entire future based on your family's past. Definitely something that wouldn't fly in most parts of the world. The marathon that foreigners can run. For a country that is so closed off, there's one peculiar exception: the Pyongyang Marathon. It's one of the very few times foreigners are actually allowed to roam around the streets of the capital. Each year, tourists come to North Korea specifically for the opportunity to participate in this marathon. But don't get too excited. It's heavily supervised, and runners are limited in what they can see or do. It's like getting a brief, heavily censored glimpse into the daily life of North Koreans. But even then, everything is meticulously controlled. The government runs a fake town on the border. At number 1, we have perhaps the strangest fact of all: Kijongdong, a fake town built along the demilitarized zone, DMZ, between North and South Korea. From a distance, it looks like a vibrant community, complete with buildings, schools, and hospitals. But if you get closer, you'll realize it's completely uninhabited. The purpose? Pure propaganda. It was built to lure defectors from the south by showing off the supposed prosperity of the north. However, the town is nothing but a facade. Buildings have no windows, and lights are automatically turned on and off to create the illusion of life. It's a perfect metaphor for how North Korea often projects an image that's very different from reality.
Deep within the confines of North Korea, a seemingly innocuous item is forbidden fruit. Blue jeans, a staple of wardrobes worldwide, are strictly prohibited, seen as a symbol of their nemesis, the United States. The mere act of wearing denim could land you in hot water with the authorities. This seemingly bizarre restriction offers a glimpse into the deep-seated ideology that permeates North Korean society. Imagine a world where your choice of clothing carries such weight, where a simple pair of jeans could be misconstrued as an act of defiance. Such is the reality for the people living within this isolated nation. The streets of Pyongyang, North Korea's gleaming capital, may appear surprisingly modern, but appearances can be deceiving. Beneath the facade of progress lies a stark reality. Reliable electricity remains a luxury few can afford. Power outages are commonplace, plunging homes and businesses into darkness. Even in the heart of the city, the promise of a consistently lit skyline is but a distant dream. This lack of basic infrastructure highlights the challenges faced by ordinary North Koreans, a stark contrast to the carefully curated image projected by the state. In our hyper-connected world, access to information is taken for granted. Yet in North Korea, the airwaves are tightly controlled. Citizens are limited to a mere 3 state-run television channels. These channels serve as a mouthpiece for the government, carefully curated to present a singular narrative. Independent news sources are non-existent, leaving the population with a limited and often skewed view of the outside world. Imagine a life where your understanding of current events is filtered through a single lens, where alternative perspectives are simply unavailable. This is the reality of media consumption in North Korea. Chapter 4. Defection, the act of leaving one's homeland in search of a better life, is a perilous undertaking for North Koreans. Those caught attempting to escape face severe consequences, often ending up in brutal labor camps. The most common route to freedom lies through China, a journey fraught with danger at every turn. Many are forced to rely on smugglers, risking their lives and their futures for a chance at a life free from oppression. The human cost of such a system is immeasurable, a stark reminder of the lengths to which people will go to break free from tyranny. Chapter 5. Music, a universal language, takes on a unique role in North Korea. State-sponsored bands and orchestras are not merely entertainment, they are powerful tools of propaganda. Lyrics extol the virtues of the regime, praising the leadership and promoting national unity. These catchy tunes permeate everyday life, serving as a constant reminder of the government's ideology. Imagine a world where every song you hear carries a political message, where music is used to shape your thoughts and beliefs. This is the reality of North Korea's musical landscape. Chapter 6. In the realm of international relations, even sport becomes a tool of diplomacy. Basketball, a game beloved worldwide, holds a special significance in North Korea. The country's supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, is known for his passion for the sport, even striking up an unlikely friendship with former NBA star Dennis Rodman. This unusual bond has provided a rare glimpse into the personality of the reclusive leader, offering a humanizing counterpoint to the often demonized image of the North Korean regime. Chapter 7. Fact 17. A Land Before Time. North Korea operates on its own unique calendar system, known as the Juche calendar. This calendar is not just a simple tool for tracking days and months, it is deeply intertwined with the nation's identity and political ideology. This system, established in 1997, uses the birth year of Kim Il-sung, the country's founder, as its starting point. Kim Il-sung is revered as the eternal president of North Korea, and his legacy is omnipresent in every aspect of North Korean life. Therefore, the year 2023 in the Gregorian calendar corresponds to Juche 112 in North Korea. This means that while the rest of the world marks the passage of time in a conventional manner, North Korea adheres to a timeline that begins with the birth of their great leader. This idiosyncratic system serves as a constant reminder of the Kim dynasty's enduring legacy. The Juche calendar is more than just a chronological tool. It is a symbol of the nation's devotion to its leaders and their ideology. Imagine a world where time itself is measured differently, where the calendar reflects the ideology of the state. In North Korea, the Juche calendar is a daily reminder of the nation's unique path and its separation from the rest of the world. This is the reality in North Korea, a country seemingly frozen in time. The Juche calendar is a testament to the nation's distinct identity and its commitment to the principles laid down by Kim Il-sung. It is a fascinating glimpse into a land where history and ideology are inextricably linked, shaping the very fabric of daily life. Chapter 8. In North Korea, the Kim family is not merely respected, they are revered. The country operates under a system of personality cult, where the leaders are portrayed as almost godlike figures. Their portraits adorn every public space, their birthdays are national holidays, and their words are treated as gospel. This pervasive hero worship is carefully cultivated by the state, ensuring the Kim dynasty's grip on power remains absolute. Imagine a world where questioning the leadership is unthinkable, where dissent is met with swift and brutal retribution. This is the reality of life under a personality cult. Chapter 9. In a sea of conformity, standing out from the crowd can be a risky proposition. In North Korea, this is not just a social risk, but a political one as well. North Korea enforces strict dress codes, particularly for men, who are often required to wear uniforms or clothing that adheres to specific guidelines. These guidelines are meticulously designed to ensure that everyone looks similar, minimizing any form of individual expression. Western fashion is generally frowned upon, seen as a symbol of capitalist decadence. The government views Western styles as a threat to their ideology, associating them with the influence of foreign powers and the erosion of traditional values. This emphasis on uniformity reflects the government's desire to control every aspect of its citizens' lives, even down to their appearance. The state believes that by controlling how people dress, they can also control how they think and behave. Imagine a world where your individuality is stifled, where your clothing choices are dictated by the state. In North Korea, the color, style, and even the fabric of your clothes are often predetermined by government regulations. This is the reality for many in North Korea, where conformity is the norm. The government uses these dress codes as a tool to maintain control and suppress any form of dissent. In such an environment, the simple act of choosing what to wear becomes a statement of compliance or rebellion. The uniformity extends beyond just clothing. Hairstyles, accessories, and even the way people carry themselves are subject to scrutiny. This creates a society where everyone looks the same, moves the same, and to a large extent, thinks the same. The government's propaganda reinforces this message, glorifying the collective over the individual. In North Korea, the sea of uniforms is not just about clothing, it's a manifestation of a deeper, more pervasive control over the lives of its people. Chapter 10. Education is highly valued in North Korea, but access to it comes at a price. While primary and secondary education are technically free, families are often required to contribute to school supplies, maintenance, and even teachers' salaries. This financial burden can be significant, limiting educational opportunities for children from poorer backgrounds. Furthermore, the curriculum is heavily influenced by the state, emphasizing propaganda and ideological indoctrination over critical thinking. Imagine a world where education is used as a tool of control, where the information you receive is carefully curated to shape your worldview. This is the reality of North Korea's education system. As our expedition through the enigmatic realm of North Korea concludes, we are left with a sense of wonder and unease. This nation, shrouded in secrecy, holds a unique allure, a blend of the familiar and the utterly foreign. We've uncovered hidden truths, challenged preconceived notions, and gained a deeper understanding of this isolated land. But the story doesn't end here. North Korea continues to evolve, a land of contradictions navigating its own uncertain future. Let us hope that one day, the barriers to understanding will crumble, and the people of North Korea will finally be free to share their stories with the world.
North Korea operates on its own unique time zone, known as Pyongyang time. In a symbolic gesture of defiance against its southern neighbor, North Korea turned back the clock by 30 minutes in 2015. This means that when it's 10 o'clock in the morning in Seoul, it's 9:30 in Pyongyang. A subtle yet powerful reminder of the deep divisions that still exist on the Korean peninsula. While car ownership is often seen as a rite of passage in many parts of the world, in North Korea, it's a rare privilege reserved for the elite few. The vast majority of citizens rely on public transportation or bicycles to navigate their daily lives. The streets of Pyongyang, while meticulously maintained, are often eerily quiet, devoid of the usual hustle and bustle of traffic found in other major cities. Chapter 4. Fact 24. The Cult of Personality. The legacy of Kim Il-sung, the country's founder, and his son, Kim Jong-il, is ever present in North Korea. Their influence is not just historical, but deeply ingrained in the daily lives of the citizens. From the moment you step into the country, their presence is palpable. Their portraits adorn every public space, their birthdays are national holidays, and their lives are the subject of mandatory study. Schools teach about their achievements, and children are brought up to revere them almost as deities. This indoctrination starts at a very young age and continues throughout their lives. This intense veneration borders on religious worship, a testament to the power of propaganda and the cult of personality that permeates every aspect of North Korean society. Citizens participate in rituals and ceremonies that honor the leaders, reinforcing their godlike status. Propaganda posters and slogans are omnipresent, constantly reminding the people of their leaders' supposed greatness. Military parades and public performances often feature themes that glorify the leaders, showcasing the nation's strength and unity under their guidance. These events are meticulously planned and executed, serving as a powerful tool to maintain the regime's control over the populace. The state-controlled media plays a crucial role in perpetuating the cult of personality. News broadcasts, newspapers, and even entertainment programs are filled with content that praises the leaders and their policies. This constant stream of propaganda ensures that the citizens remain loyal and obedient. In daily life, North Koreans are expected to show unwavering respect and loyalty to their leaders. This extends to all aspects of society, from education and work to family life and social interactions. The cult of personality is so deeply embedded that it shapes the very fabric of North Korean culture. Monuments and memorials dedicated to Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il are scattered throughout the country, serving as constant reminders of their enduring legacy. These sites are often visited by citizens who pay their respects, further reinforcing the leaders' revered status. Mass games and synchronized performances are another manifestation of the cult of personality. These grand spectacles involve thousands of participants and are designed to showcase the nation's unity and devotion to its leaders. The sheer scale and precision of these events are a testament to the regime's ability to mobilize and control its population. Cultural festivals and events often feature performances that celebrate the leaders and their contributions to the nation. These occasions are not just about entertainment, but also serve as a means of reinforcing the regime's ideology and the cult of personality. The cult of personality in North Korea is a powerful tool that shapes the lives of its citizens in profound ways. It influences their beliefs, behaviors, and even their sense of identity. Through a combination of propaganda, education, and social rituals, the regime ensures that the legacy of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il remains deeply ingrained in the hearts and minds of the people. Chapter 5. Fact 25. The Three Generations of Punishment. One of the most chilling aspects of North Korea's justice system is the concept of 3 generations of punishment. This means that if an individual commits a crime deemed serious enough, their punishment extends not only to themselves, but also to their children and grandchildren. This brutal practice is designed to crush dissent and ensure absolute loyalty to the state. Chapter 6. Fact 26. The World. According to North Korea, North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is one of the most secretive and isolated countries in the world. Its government exerts an extraordinary level of control over almost every aspect of life within its borders. Access to outside information is tightly controlled within North Korea. The regime goes to great lengths to ensure that its citizens are exposed only to information that supports its narrative and ideology. This means that the flow of information is heavily monitored and restricted. The internet, as we know it, is virtually non-existent for ordinary citizens. While the rest of the world enjoys the vast expanse of the World Wide Web, North Koreans are limited to a domestic intranet known as Kwangmyong. This network is a far cry from the global internet, offering only a few dozen websites, all of which are government-approved and heavily censored. Instead, they have access to a heavily censored intranet, offering a carefully curated version of reality that aligns with the government's narrative. This intranet includes educational materials, state news, and information that glorifies the regime and its leaders. Any content that could challenge the government's authority or provide a glimpse into the outside world is strictly forbidden. This isolation from the outside world helps to maintain the regime's grip on power and shape the perceptions of its citizens. By controlling the information that people receive, the government can manipulate public opinion and suppress dissent. The result is a population that is largely unaware of the realities beyond their borders and deeply indoctrinated with the regime's propaganda. This control over information is a key tool in the regime's strategy to maintain its authority and prevent any challenges to its rule. Imagine a stadium filled with over 100,000 perfectly synchronized performers, moving in unison to a backdrop of patriotic music and dazzling lights. This is the Arirang Mass Games, a breathtaking spectacle of human choreography and a testament to North Korea's ability to mobilize its population on a grand scale. Individuality takes a back seat in North Korea, where conformity is the norm. Citizens are expected to adhere to strict dress codes, hairstyles, and even approved ways of thinking. This emphasis on uniformity is seen as a way to promote social harmony and prevent the spread of potentially subversive ideas. Towering over the Pyongyang skyline is the Ryugyong Hotel, a 105-story pyramid-shaped behemoth that has remained eerily empty since construction began in 1987. Plagued by delays, funding issues, and rumors of structural problems, the hotel stands as a potent symbol of North Korea's unfulfilled ambitions. While North Korea remains one of the most isolated countries on Earth, glimpses into its inner workings are becoming increasingly possible. Defectors who have risked their lives to escape offer invaluable insights into the realities of life under the regime. Their stories, often harrowing and heartbreaking, provide a human face to this enigmatic nation and remind us of the resilience of the human spirit. As our exploration of North Korea comes to a close, we are left with a profound sense of wonder and unease. This journey has taken us through the heart of a nation shrouded in mystery, where every corner holds a story waiting to be told. From the bustling streets of Pyongyang to the serene landscapes of the countryside, we have seen a side of North Korea that few outsiders ever witness. This secretive nation, with its complex history and uncertain future, continues to captivate the world's imagination. The echoes of its past reverberate through its present, from the remnants of the Korean War to the grand monuments that stand as testaments to its resilience. Each historical event, each moment captured in time, tells a tale of struggle, survival, and the relentless pursuit of a better tomorrow. While much remains hidden from view, the glimpses we have witnessed offer a sobering reminder of the human cost of isolation. The military parades, with their displays of power and precision, contrast starkly with the everyday lives of the people. In the streets, we see faces filled with hope and determination, yet also a quiet resignation to the realities of their world. It is a land of contrasts, where the extraordinary and the ordinary coexist in a delicate balance, and the enduring power of the human spirit to endure even in the face of adversity. The farmers toiling in the fields, the children playing with unbridled joy, and the citizens going about their daily lives all embody a spirit of resilience that is truly inspiring. Despite the challenges they face, there is a sense of community and solidarity that binds them together. As we bid farewell to North Korea, we carry with us not just memories of a distant land, but a deeper understanding of the strength and perseverance of its people. Until next time, North Korea.